A Roadside Stand by Robert Frost. This is the second part of the video. The links to the first part can be found in the description box. This explanation is from lines 28 to 51. Lines 28 and 29 swarm over their lives, enforcing benefits that are calculated to soothe them out of their wits. The politicians want to lull them into a sense of complacency. They call them from the villages into towns, promising them riches and benefits. They distract them from the real issues so that the farmers do not ask uncomfortable questions. The farmers become rich for a while, after which they are left penniless and without any employment. It ultimately results in the benefit of the urban elite. The poetic device used here is a metaphor, that is, swarm. Just like the flies swarm over sweets, in the same way, the people in power hover over the rural poor for their own benefits. Lines 30 and 31. And by teaching them how to sleep, they sleep all day. Destroy their sleeping at night, the ancient way. They have distracted the rural poor from the harsh realities so that they don't pose uncomfortable questions. Hence, the politicians are relaxed now. They sleep all day. Ancient way refers to the lifestyle where one works and toils during the day, coming home tired in the evening, and thereby taking a well deserved good night's rest. The villagers and rural folk who are slowly enticed by the city's money minded tendencies and greed lose sleep dreaming of superficial lifestyles. The poetic device used here is repetition. How to sleep, they sleep. Lines 32 to 33. Sometimes I feel myself, I can hardly bear the thought of so much childish longing in vain. Frost reveals his own sentiments at the condition of the villagers. He finds their continual failure at the expectation that some car would stop to make a purchase to be extremely childish. The wish for a customer almost becomes an obsession with them. Lines 34 to 35. The sadness that lurks near the open window, there, that waits all day in almost open prayer. He is deeply grieved by the sadness that is hidden in their disappointment each time a car rolls past. Their wait is almost like a prayer, whereas the passers by callously ignore their requirements. However, it still is in vain. The poetic device used here is personification, the sadness that lurks behind the open window there. Here, sadness has been personified. Lines 36 to 38. For the squeal of brakes, the sound of a stopping car, of all the thousand selfish cars that pass, just one to inquire what a farmer's prices are. The farmer is constantly waiting to hear the squeal of tires of a car that will stop by. He is hopeful that at least one out of thousands of selfish passengers that pass by in their cars would stop to at least inquire about the price of the items that they were selling. The poetic device used here is personification, selfish cars, and onomatopoeia, that is, squeal of brakes. Lines 39 to 40. And one did stop, but only to plough up grass, in using the yard to back and turn around. A car indeed stopped by, but it had nothing to do with the shed. It raised the farmer's hopes up only to be dashed to the ground again. It merely revved up its engine in order to turn around and crushed the grass under its tires. Lines 41 to 43. And another to ask the way to where it was bound, and another to ask could they sell it a gallon of gas. They couldn't, this crossly, they had none, didn't it see? Another car stopped, but only to ask for directions, or even to inquire if they could buy gas for the car. This annoys the farmer as they did not have fuel. Could they not see it themselves? The poetic device used here is a rhetorical question. They, it is quite obvious that the farmer does not sell fuel for vehicles. What he has, they don't seem to want, but they want what he does not offer. Lines 44 to 46. No, in country money, the country scale of gain, the requisite lift of spirit has never been found, or so the voice of the country seems to complain. Scale means extent, range, or degree. The poet claims that business is not so profitable for the country dwellers. They don't seem to make as much as their counterparts in the city. Their lifestyle provides ample evidence to support this fact. However hard they try, they never seem to have the kind of money it takes to enjoy the luxuries that city folk have. Lines 47 to 48. I can't help owning the great relief it would be to put these people at one stroke out of their pain. Frost feels frustrated by the pain of the villagers. In a moment of complete despair, he makes a shocking revelation. He sometimes feels that it might be best to simply put these people out of their pain and hardships at one stroke. He wishes that he could just once and for all put an end to their suffering. Lines 49 to 51. And then next day, as I come back into the scene, I wonder how I should like you to come to me and offer to put me gently out of my pain. But when sanity returns to him the day after, he gets this thought. He wonders how he might feel if someone found him in pain and offered to put him out of his misery in the same way. That is the end of the explanation, an overview of the poem. The poem conveys Frost's distrust of city dwellers due to their lack of community feeling. They do not have any concern for others. Their insensitivity to the needs of fellow human beings because they are different is not justified. This distancing from other human beings highlights the inhumanity of man towards man. The poem is also a vivid depiction of the plight of rural folk caught in the painful difficulties related to development. This is the end of my lesson. I hope you liked and learned from it. If yes, then do like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You can also find links to my Class 12 playlist in the description box. Best of luck.